Hi, I'm Misha, and this is me 3.5 years on testosterone and about 6 weeks back on testosterone. I did take a little break. I was having concerns about my reproductive organs, so I ran a little self-experiment, and everything seems to be fine. So I'm back on a slightly higher dose because my levels were too low, and I'm starting to put some weight back on, and that makes me happy. And I have reached the point in my own transition where I'm having to disclose to people because, for the most part, people can't tell that I'm transgender. And that's, I don't know, I guess it's interesting because the reason I started on this journey wasn't because I felt that I was a man and I had to change my physical appearance so other people would understand that I'm a man. Um, I think my being a man is almost just sort of coincidental and convenient. That what started me on the journey was a sense of physical discomfort that just grew as I got older and my body became more feminine or more womanly. And luckily, I was able to sort of figure out what the issue was fairly quickly and have access to all the things that I needed to transition medically and socially, and with not too much disruption of my personal life or my public life, I guess. And that was neat. I know it was tough on my immediate family, that I transitioned sort of hard and fast. And I, I'm glad you guys sort of bore with me, and I think we're through the worst part now. And the factors in being able to transition, I'd consider myself post-transition. And I had a successful transition mostly because of money. I had financial stability then, I still do. I had just completed, or I was just about to complete my bachelor degree when I realized that I was transgender. So that was kind of a rocky last semester, but I did get the degree. I still work at the same place that I did when I started transitioning. And for the most part, I have the same group of friends, and my family hasn't completely turned their backs on me. No, I love you guys. And I would say it's been very painless. There were certainly some rough parts. I didn't like the early stages just because I was still sort of in the throes of physical discomfort. But I didn't know what to expect when I started transitioning. I just knew that I had to give it a shot because living the rest of my life in the same state that I was, I knew it was only going to get worse and just had to do something about it. And so I feel very blessed. I'm very lucky to be on the other side and have life be as good now as it is. That I get to wake up every day. I get to continue to change my body. I have continued access to medical care. I'm able-bodied. Just it's nice. It's neat. And I think another factor in how easy my life is now is that I'm coincidentally really quite gender binary conforming, even though I don't consider myself the manliest man in the world. My physical appearance and my gender expression, or the, the way that the things I do are considered to have a gender identity. I lift weights a lot. That's a pretty typically male behavior. I, for the most part, wear trousers and shop in the men's department. I don't really think about it, but the stuff that I am comfortable doing are, for the most part, typically male behaviors. And that makes my life easier. And I think that that is unfortunate in a way, it's wonderful that I had access to the stuff that I needed to transition. And I want that to be the case for everyone. But perhaps more than that, if what you don't need to feel comfortable is to medically transition or to conform to these stereotypical notions of gender, people shouldn't have to choose between that and living a life of social ease or social acceptance. That I imagine that's really a struggle for people who do have strongly felt gender identities and have to kind of negotiate that with society's expectations of people sort of being men or women and nothing in between. And I wish that that wasn't the case. And even in the, the less than 5 years that I've even been aware of trans issues, I think there have been big changes in visibility, and we're starting to have some progress in legal protections and access to medical care for those of us who need it. But we definitely still have a long way to go, and particularly for folks who are less gender conforming than I am. And so I'm going to do my best to keep doing that work, and we'll see where it goes. But next video, I think I'm just going to talk about working out because, frankly, that is where my interests lie, and that's all I ever want to talk about. And I'm pretty pleased with being back on testosterone, and that's all I got for right now.